Hello. I'm going to respond to the comments or I'm going to respond to the description of this video. I'm going to respond to the description of this video. Okay, I'm trying to articulate here. This is from Mr. Victor D101. Answer to many atheist arguments about the Bible and Christianity. Now, here's his description. Atheists always cling to the old tired excuses why they say the Bible contradicts itself, how hell was never mentioned in the Old Testament, and how Christianity plagiarized ancient religions. Now, I'm not going to talk. There's one word that really I find disturbing. Okay, before I even watch this video, excuses, old tired excuses. Excuses from my worldview is absurd reasons to act, absurd reasons to do something that is wrong, absurd reasons to believe in something, absurd reasons to find something false. Okay? Those are examples of excuses. They're invalid reasons. They're irrational reasons. They're stupid reasons. Why they say the Bible contradicts itself. Okay, that you're trying to say that's absurd. You're saying to say that it's obviously the Bible doesn't contradict itself when you read it. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't think that's an excuse. I don't think that's an absurd reason. So if you want to, when you're talking to your apologists, okay, or talking to the people that are Christian who believe you, clearly they're going to agree with you because they are so invested in the Bible that they won't use critical thinking. Okay, that they just think that, well, if no one else believes the way I am, then there must be something wrong with them. How's it an excuse? That's the first thing and this is a problem I have with a lot of apologists, that atheists are using excuses. They're trying to find ways to refute the Bible. That's one. And actually, my dad actually accused me of that. And he doesn't really read the Bible. Okay, I think 20 years ago he tried to accuse me of that. Maybe my mom has done that. I don't know. I really haven't had any religious debates with my parents, so I'll leave them out. But many Christian apologists use this. How can you honestly say, okay, how can you honestly say that atheists are willfully trying to find things in your book that you claim is absolute reality, just to not be responsible, not to be morally responsible in terms of being accountable to a higher power? You always say that atheists who they want to be held accountable, but they don't want to be held accountable to God because God will always judge them. Okay, it has nothing to do with God judging me. It has something to do with your principles of God not existing. I don't mind being told what to do. I don't mind being led by anybody, including a God of the universe. Okay, but you are presenting yourself as a prophet. Okay, you're saying that you're a prophet in your actions. Now, you may not believe that you're a prophet because you didn't write the Bible, but I'm saying that you are presenting yourself as a prophet in the sense that you are a messenger of God. So you're no different in that respect than Moses, no different than Isaiah, no different than any other of the biblical prophets. The only difference is that you didn't use miracles or perform miracles or magic tricks to prove that you are the true messenger of God. Okay, that's the only difference. And secondly, you didn't write the Bible. That's it. But you are secondary. You are like the secondary chain in expressing the word of God. So therefore, you are a messenger. You claim to be the messenger of God, the messenger of the true God. So once you present yourself as that way, you can't tell me I don't have the right to examine your claims and examine why I should believe you're the messenger of God, because there's no way around it, buddy. You can't say it's God. When you're the messenger of God, you got to be accountable in the sense that we need to evaluate we need to evaluate whether your actions, what you're saying, is true or false. If it is true, if they are true, then so be it. If it's false, then we're going to tell you. So when you're held accountable for what for making these moral claims, you have to demonstrate it. You don't say God. Well, God will prove itself. Don't tell me to talk to God. And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, okay? But these are a lot of sideways excuses, okay, which I call excuses in terms of not holding yourself accountable. And I use excuses in terms of invalid reasons. You should expect us to ask you for you to demonstrate that you are the true messenger of God. Don't tell us to read the Bible, because I read the Bible and I read it wrong. So I need help. I read it wrong because I didn't agree with it. So I need help. So therefore, since you're saying there's no contradictions and everything that's apparently evil in it is not really apparently evil, it is you are the messenger of God trying to interpret the true way of how to interpret the Bible. That's what you put yourself in. That's how you carry yourself. So therefore, do not be surprised when people are analyzing and judging your claims. It's no different from anybody else. You know, when a scientist makes a claim, he has to be held accountable the same way. People have to analyze his claims, his hypothesis. Okay? A mathematician, if he makes a claim, people are going to analyze his mathematical claims. The same is true for religious people. We can't just take your word for it. We can't just assume, we can't just believe in God magically and then just take your word for it. You actually have to demonstrate it. And you're not demonstrating it. It's not necessarily, I'm sure that you're trying to demonstrate in this video, but I want you to keep in mind that's what your job is, or that's what your explicit job is, supposedly in the Bible. Okay, not just giving answers, but you're trying to persuade that you are right. Okay. So going back to the excuses, there's no excuses. There's no old tired excuses. Okay, excuses are invalid. There are contradictions, even agreed upon Christians in the Bible. Okay, so even honest Christians themselves will tell you there are contradictions in the Bible. Okay, it's pretty self-evident. It's pretty self-evident if you read it. So it's not an excuse. I don't need to, and I didn't. When I became an atheist, I didn't need to try to find things in the Bible to hate, so I can just not follow it. They actually exist in it. I didn't write it, so don't get mad at me. Okay, I'm sorry. The burden of proof is on you, and they're not excuses. Excuses are, if you're trying to say, perhaps we're using double standards, or we're using different versions of proof. We're holding to a different burden of proof, which we're not. Then you can talk about how unfair it is. But after that, there's no excuses. If you continue to say excuses, you're not going to be taken seriously. Okay? You can talk among your friends, your Christian friends, and act as if you're really presenting, you're really asserting that what you're saying about us having excuses is true, but it doesn't mean anything. All right. Have a nice day.